Kara is the third World Killer.
The World Killers are the biggest threat Kara has ever faced, and they've come to destroy the Earth once and for all. While the comic book basis of Season 3's storyline is based on 5 World Killers, we know we'll at least see 3 of them on the show. So far, we've met Rain and Purity, and one fan has a theory as to who might be the third World Killer. As Redditor/u/Daffodon writes, my theory is that Allura Kara's mother was a member of the Kryptonian cult that created the World Killers. But she turned on her comrades, banishing some of them to Fort Ross. But most importantly, she smuggled the first World Killer away from them to raise as her own daughter. The show might have already teased this big twist when Kara and Sam, who would later discover her powers as Rain had nearly identical dreams about Allura in a field. Might Kara and Sam have a deeper connection than just adversaries?
Saturn Girl is controlling Mon-El.
Karamelonce believers, as in Supergirl fans who want Kara and Mon-El to end up together, just won't accept Mon-El's marriage to Imran Ardeen aka Saturn Girl. While it was recently revealed that Mon-El actually married Imran in order to form an alliance between the people of Earth and the moon of Titan in the 25th century, some fans believe there is something more sinister afoot. Redditor/u/site is a science has suggested that Saturn Girl is actually messing with Mon-El's head to keep him married to her. One of Saturn Girl's main powers is the ability to control minds, so this theory isn't so far-fetched.
Lena Luthor is finally going to turn evil.
Ever since Lena Luthor was first introduced in Supergirl Season 2, fans have been waiting for the other shoe to drop. While Lena has remained the one good Luthor in the family, Redditor/u/Awishawasamus has theorized that Kara and Lena's stories run so parallel they are both adopted, one by a good family and the other by a bad one, that it's inevitable Lena will accept her destiny as a villain just as Kara accepted her heroic calling. This theory is supported by some comments made by showrunner Jessica Queller, who told Digital Spy that Lena would be a ticking time bomb. Lena might have more in common with her infamous brother than first thought.
Supergirl is a sequel to Gotham.
Fans of Supergirl are excitedly theorizing whether we'll ever see Batman and Superman team up in the Arrowverse. While it's never quite happened, Redditor/u/Drax923 is quick to point out that Supergirl made references to both Gotham and Batman in Season 2. In fact, the show even teased that Superman and Batman once teamed up before Kara became Supergirl, which would make the world's greatest team-up prequel to Supergirl. Additionally, Redditor/u/The Real Lord Z points out that, based on the technology featured in Gotham, the Batman prequel show probably takes place about 25 years prior to the events of Supergirl, which would be more than enough time for Bruce to grow up and meet the Man of Steel before Kara became Supergirl. Her story would then be a sequel to both Gotham and Batman's adventures with Superman.
Rain may redeem herself.
It would be pretty sad to see Sam meet her and because of her Rain persona. After all, she's turned out to be one of Kara's best friends on the show. One fan is holding out hope that Rain may indeed defeat her own programming and set out on a path to redemption. Redditor/u/Dean97 says that the Legion might actually convince Rain to go back with them to the 25th century, where she can help them fight the problems of the future. Additionally, she might actually take Mon-El's place in the Legion since he'll want to stay with Kara in the present day. The character swap certainly sounds like a signature Arrowverse move.
Saturn Girl is going to die.
This theory derives from a trend we've seen before in the Arrowverse, one romantic interest dying in order to make way for a new one. Basically, if Mon-El and Kara are destined to be together, Saturn Girl has to die in order to make way for their reunion, according to Redditor/u/LeluCat. Now that we know that Mon-El and Saturn Girl's marriage might not be a completely happy one, but one forged out of obligation, it would seem that this union is ill-fated and on its way out.
Alex is going to become a mom.
After realizing she was gay, Alex Danvers started a relationship with Maggie Sawyer, which ended when the couple couldn't compromise on having kids. Alex realized that she wanted to be a mom, while Maggie didn't want to be. Meanwhile, Sam has been losing it due to her Rain alter ego, which could mean serious consequences for her daughter, Ruby. As Redditor/u/Shanae-off-the-jungle points out,
Harun-El is Black Kryptonite.
In Season 3 of Supergirl, Kara is tasked with chasing down a MacGuffin, a black rock that goes by the name Harun-El. Unfortunately for her, when she eventually finds it, she discovers that the rock has been allowing Kryptonians to live and breathe inside Argo City. Taking the entire rock would be devastating for the Kryptonians, so she decides to take only a small piece of the rock. According to Redditor/u/Ethretum, there might be more to this rock than meets the eye. Kara touched it, therefore creating a second Kara at the end of tonight's finale. Thoughts maybe they combined the Red Sun storyline with the Black Kryptonite. In the comics, Black Kryptonite actually splits Supergirl into two distinct personalities. The Red Sun comic sees Superman land smack dab in the middle of Soviet Russia, rather than his traditional home of Kansas. It would definitely be interesting to see Kara split into both an evil and good version of her heroic persona, especially if it follows the comics and she ends up in Siberia.
Supergirl and Smallville are parallel universes.
Lots of fans really want to see Smallville star Tom Welling make an appearance on Supergirl, and they are willing to devise any crazy theory to make it happen. Redditor/u/Solkstalk suggests that there are so many similarities between Kara's story and Smallville Clark's that they must actually exist in parallel universes that potentially mirror each other. It turns out Clark and Kara's respective universes have quite a lot in common, including the protagonists' friendships with Luthors and their mentorships under Martian Manhunter. One more interesting bit. It's already been shown that the Flash can travel between different Earths, as he did when he found himself face to face with Supergirl in Season 1. Could he one day arrive on Smallville's Earth and bring Tom Welling to the Arrowverse?
Superman met Mon-El in the future.
According to Redditor/u/Megan Carterfer, it's quite possible that the Man of Steel had already met Mon-El sometime in the future before the events of Seasons 2 and 3. Kara visits the Fortress of Solitude in Season 1. It's revealed Superman owns a Legion flight ring and has it on display in his HQ. This would seem to indicate that Superman has already crossed paths with the Legion and Mon-El by the time Kara visits the fortress for the first time. In Season 2, when Superman first meets Mon-El in the present day, The Man of Steel might actually be cracking a joke when he says Kara's boyfriend must be a great guy. By this point, Superman would know for a fact that Mon-El is a good guy because they've gone on many adventures in the 25th century.
The Legion has traveled back to Kara's time to change the timeline.
There's always been more to the Legion's arrival in Kara's time than meets the eye. In fact, Redditor/u/Cardiscat has theorized that the Legion has gone back in time to stop Kara from being killed by the Worldkillers or becoming one herself. The logic is simple. If the Earth suffered a cataclysmic event in the 25th century, one can assume that it was at the Worldkillers' hands. This means that Kara was unable to defeat the Worldkillers on her own in the present day, which is why the Legion has come to help her out, ultimately altering the timeline in the process.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.